Yeah, but even by the way, if somebody is back home and they've done like computer science, for example, there's so many companies now, let's say in the US, that are hiring online
Yeah.
employees from back in Africa.
Hmm.
So, like I would say, I work in software. So most of my colleagues are in South Africa, in the Philippines, because of course now what the US companies are doing is trying to cut the costs. Of course, they're not paying you as much as they would be paying a software engineer in the US,
Yes,
Hmm.
per hour.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but you find like in the standards of back home, it's still good money. You're at least earning like $16 an hour. Like $16 an hour in Kenya, to me, that's not bad. That's, I don't know how much Kenyan shillings that is. So
100.
That's a lot,
that's
actually.
a lot. So, but like you find it's maybe half of what they would pay somebody here. But
Mm.
companies are doing that because they're trying to minimize on but so you can apply for those jobs. Like I'm telling you, like my company is looking for people, they'll look for people in South Africa or where, but you'll find like even in Kenya, you can actually find those jobs, or Tanzania or Uganda. You can just go on those companies and apply, especially if they're looking for
Mhm.
remote employees. So they're not going to grade you as they won't be asking for your US certificates, like equivalent certifications of your studies. No, they're hiring you. They can see you're from Kenya. Of course, they're looking for Kenyan papers,
Mm.
like your certificates from Kenyan universities. So don't feel bad. Like, don't be scared to apply for such things. Just because you're there does not mean you can't apply and actually get those remote jobs with, let's say, American companies, especially in IT. If you're in IT,
Yes, and be that Brenda. I know the next question our people will ask below is Brenda, can you tell us the name of your company to apply?
yes, yes. So the name of the company, so the two companies, but one is a software developer company, and then the other one just does the consulting part. So it's called Paris Technologies. Paris like a city. Uh,
Paris in France.
yes, Paris like in France, and then Technologies.
Let me write it here. You have
Yeah.
these people, they
Let
can
me see if
try
I
it like
can.
that.
Yes, if you can type it in the comments even.
Comments, yeah.
Paris Technology.
Yes, Paris
One
Technologies. If
word
they go
or
online, they'll find it. They can Google it, and then they can go to the careers section. All these companies always just go to the careers section and look at what they are advertising. If they have any openings, you find them there on the website. If not, another good place for you guys to look is the LinkedIn. These
Mhm.
are people like who are already in the white collar positions. So if you're like in IT, maybe you work with like some organizations like non-government organizations, make sure you open your profile on
Mm.
LinkedIn. So grow your profile there. Start to follow other companies, other organizations, just follow them. So the moment you follow them on, let's say, LinkedIn, they'll start posting, like any openings, any changes, any career changes, they post on those things. But LinkedIn is one of the best things. If you're looking for a career development, is a good place to be. Like, you can find me there. I'm Brenda Demers on LinkedIn. So but I'm in finance. So you'll find like, but everything that happens in finance, I get a notification. Anything that happens in marketing, I do marketing. So at least you're following the right places that you want to be, you know. So
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Brenda. I know somebody will benefit somewhere. I know somebody will be like,
hopefully, hopefully,
yeah,
yes.
we need to try this. Try.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
cannot,
Yeah. I mean, like, there's leaving your country, but I don't want people to feel like for you to make it in life, you have to leave your country.
no.
You have to travel abroad.
Yeah.
There's some of these opportunities that are actually available that you could be making the same amount that a person abroad is making,
Mm.
but online.
Mm-hmm.
Online, as long as you look up those companies and make sure you research them and make sure they're legit companies. When you get those employment offers, those job offers, look them up, because some could be scams. So But if you have internet, you are capable of doing so much stuff, even back home. I have a nephew who is in IT. He's back in Uganda. He works with the Uganda Revenue Authority. But during COVID, he applied for some of the jobs in Canada, that from Canada organizations, and he got a job.
Wow.
Online. So he's doing like IT work for them, but he's based in Uganda. Yeah. So all I had to do for him, of course, they asked him for like any, like he didn't disclose that he's back in Uganda. He said, I can live in the US. So all I had to do for him was like give him like a working MoneyGram order kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that they see like at least like every month or every week I would do like a transaction of, let's say, $10 on there and things like that to make sure
Yes.
the account is active.
Yeah.
Yes. And so he receives his money that way. I don't see how much he gets, but it's there. So
you might be getting something good.
Yeah, they're getting something good, and it's just like 2 hours, 3 hours. You get your good, maybe $40, in an hour or 2 hours, and it's something extra.
What Tech Network Solution is saying lowest requirement for IT people like me, and also Wilson, does IT require me to be good in books?
No, as long as you have your certifications.
Yeah.
So as long as you have your certifications, what did you do in school? Even like all universities, like Pharrell was just saying, public universities are recognized.
Yeah, they are.
They are all recognized. The moment, like me, my degree is from Makerere University. That's in Uganda. So when I'm applying for jobs, that's my big degree. I mean, I did tourism and travel. So, but I majored in marketing. So I've done like tiny certificates here and there in marketing, in customer relations. But really, they're asking you I back those up with my resume, So, but you can do small courses, even back home, like look up places like, what's that big university in Boston? Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard usually does free courses for anybody, free courses in marketing, in project management. You do like 6 months, you get a certification. So if you have internet and you're back home, like I have so many friends who are in organizations, but in Uganda, they work with banks, but they've been able to do these small courses. And I always see them graduating on LinkedIn, but they're doing them online. And the courses are not too expensive. They're maybe like $500, for you to get a certificate. That's an investment, but you can do it, and then you earn a degree from Harvard, or a certificate from Harvard. So always like do quick, small courses if you can.
Yes. Hannah is saying McAfee is one of the companies that work with software staffs.
Yes. That's a security thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you people to start commenting. Now you have to answer this one. And Brenda, my brother did industrial chemistry with IT. Can he find a job in that company?
Like in a day, not in my company, but like in a day. Like your brother should just start searching, should just start looking for jobs in that industry. Like I just told you, you can go on Indeed.com even, or maybe some of those might ask you to be living in the US. So if those, of course, ask you for such stuff, you're not going to qualify if you're back home. So, but most of these, if they say online, remote jobs now is a big thing during COVID.
Yes.
So you can definitely just apply for those jobs. It doesn't matter. Just apply and see what happens. As long as they're not asking you for where you're located and this, and it's a must, you have to be living, let's say, in the UK, in the US. As long as it's remote, they're not segregating on where you are, just apply. That's a big that's a big degree, industrial IT. Everybody needs them.
Pharrell, your friend here, Raphael, is saying, I'm a plant operator and a seafarer too. Hiyo ni gani? How would be my fate? Hiyo ni gani?
I don't know what is a seafarer.
Oh, a plant operator. So that's like Plant operator. So these are like people who work in like in industries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a plant operator, like I was just saying, like my friend from Tanzania is, I think it's considered plant operator as well. They deal with machines. I think if that's what
And
it
then
is.
I think servicing them and everything.
Yeah, servicing
I have something
them,
like that with
keeping the record straight. Yeah, I mean, all those jobs,
yeah.
most
They
of
are
those
there.
jobs, they are there,
Yeah.
you know, and most people don't do them. So they want people to do them.
So Raphael, the job is there.
Yeah.
That's how you to a DV. Grace, we're going. My high school certificate does not match with one in passport. What can I do if it does not match? Use your name in the passport and then get an affidavit. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Mwadhani, mtoto wangu. Umeanguka?
Oh, my poor baby has suffered.
We have to do this live. We are babysitting. We are doing everything. Eva Mobi is saying, I can attest to that part of online jobs. Yes, Eva Mobi is based in Kenya, but she's working in a company in the US.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm telling you, it's a big killing. Right now, Americans don't want to work. It's a big thing. You see everywhere they are hiring, but people are not going back to work. I think they're still getting that paycheck.
Yeah.
You know. So what most companies are doing, they're going for online, like remote employees. Even remote people are not applying for those jobs. So if you're out there, they're going to start outsourcing. So the moment they're outsourcing and you can apply for that job from Kenya, from Uganda, from TZ, from Dubai, anywhere, apply for this. Just do it. And that's like quick money. It's finding you home. You're not paying high standards of living. It's good money. Yes.
Farrell, tuambie, mechanic jobs, are they available?
A lot. Yeah. That's what I started. Mechanic jobs. Oh, yeah, mechanic. Oh, I thought he has mechanical jobs. Oh, yeah. We have a lot of people like, I know like where I take my car for servicing. He's an African and he's been here for a long time. He just opened, he was employed at a mechanic shop, at a garage. So he just opened his own garage and he's doing great. Because people service their cars regularly here, because like everybody's driving, everybody's going for oil change and everything. So, and they pay good. Oh my God. Yeah. So he can make a lot of money. So Akuje, let him come.
Akamu.
Yeah.
Brenda, Pink Dollar is asking, in order to enroll for those free courses, which grade do they want at Harvard?
Yeah, it depends on what course. So, and what certificate, for example. So you could, if you go on their website, you'll see all courses. And of course, they will ask you, as you're applying for them, they'll ask you maybe are you a high school diploma? So high school diploma here is like a bachelor's degree almost.
Yeah.
So, but then if you say high school dropout, they will show you, like in those forms, when you're looking at them as you're applying, it will guide you. So you can put in your highest level of education, and then it will take you to what courses you can actually apply for. And then how much you can also apply for. Of course, there are different prices for different courses and different grades, or I would say not grades, but higher of study, like.
Yeah, because I think here they don't deal a lot of grades. Like you had an A, you had a...
No, they don't do that. Yes.
Education back home, because like so many people get locked out. For example, in Kenya, because you didn't have an A, you don't get to do medicine, or you don't get to do an engineering course. But I got a B, I got a C, but I'm very like able to do that. But here it's very different. Like they don't really concentrate.
Yeah, here they concentrate on that if you're like just starting university. So like so if like, let's say you just enrolling as leaving high school to join a college, so they choose you, like you apply to different colleges, and then colleges will also look at your CPA, like for example, or like your grade level. Are you an A student? Of course, then big universities start to fight for you.
Yeah.
You know, Ivy Leagues and all this stuff. So yes,
yeah,
that's where they look at the grades. But like after that, like normal education for adults, nobody cares about you got a straight A, you got a straight B, you got a C, you got a D. No.
Exactly.
So you can just go in and, you know, and depending on what course you're trying to do. If you're trying to do a master's, let's say in engineering, they're going to ask more details. So it depends.
Carol, she's asking what type of a visa can one get in order to work in the USA?
I don't remember. There's a name, but we have a work visa.
It's like
yeah, we do have a work visa, for example, but you'd have to have been invited by a company here. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's say you applied online for a job and the company hired you and it's a USA company. You can talk to the management and then the management can actually apply for you.
Exactly. Yes.
So usually the company has to apply for you. Like my colleagues in South Africa can come to the US, but we apply for them. Yeah, and invite them as yes, we have to show like immigrations, like all these paperwork. Of course, they're here.
They have to be skilled.
Yes. So.
Malelo is saying about nutritionist job. I had they pay well there in America. Is it true, guys? Tell me more.
Medical jobs pay well, so they do. Yeah, nutrition is very like key here in America because
it is.
It's a selling. Everybody's trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
So
and people are lazy. They don't want to cook for themselves. People like again. It depends on It will help if you get like rich clients.
Exactly. So
yeah. So he'll be like, can you draw a menu for me for a week? Yeah. Can you do shopping for me? So those are quick jobs. Yeah, you're like, sure, I'll put vegetables, broccoli, and all this stuff in your shopping cart and deliver it to your house.
Anishege, you're talking about being a hardware sales lady. Are there hardware? Now, these are the minimum wage jobs.
Yeah,
these are the jobs that are readily available. You're stepping stones. You're not going to
work at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Home Depot is a hardware.
Yeah, even had Home Depot is one of my clients, but I love them because one of the guys that I talked to at Home Depot, because they're our clients, we give them solution like we do all their finance and forecasting plannings. So, but you can grow like there as well. You can grow. You can start in like doing shelves. And then before you know it, you go back to school a little bit as you're working there. And some of these big companies pay for your school.
Exactly.
So, yeah, like the Home Depot could pay for you to get a master's in leadership maybe, or a certificate in leadership. And before you know it, you're the head of a group. Before you know it, you start to be in their HR. I mean, that's $30, $40 an hour. You're climbing up. Before you know it, if you keep going up. I mean, with things here, once you start working in such big companies, it's all about how you handle yourself there. That is you don't even need to go back to school. Like leadership level, you've been a leader for a group, maybe over shift for 2 years, the company promotes you.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then before you know it, you're a regional, I don't know how regional manager.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're flying left and right. So you can grow.